Hi. So I wanted to do a video today on my main problem with manifesting. So I'm always evolving on my journey and evolving the way that I think about things. So I have no problem with like dipping in and trying things and then, realizing there's more to it. Interestingly, when I had my awakening journey, I was really not drawn to manifesting because I was really drawn to integrate stuff and work through, like, I was always really aware that I didn't just want things. And I guess it's because I had my awakening through what I believe to be my twin flame at the time. So I never really wanted things, I just wanted to manifest my union. And I always realized that I had to kind of integrate my ego and work through any triggers that were coming up. So that was really my main focus. And to me, manifesting always seemed kind of just wanting things, or it kind of seemed to process that was connected to wanting things from the ego. And I knew this really inherently from the beginning, but then I got into Neville Goddard and Everyone Is Pushed Out. And I started playing around again with manifesting from this perspective. And I had results, I got the things that I wanted. But see, they never truly, I'd always find that they'd ultimately end up unfulfilling on some level. And I realized connecting the dots that who who are we? Like, who am I? I'm my, I am my soul, and my soul is here, and then my ego, personality, identity is around, So when we're asking for things and we're desiring things and we're manifesting things, who's doing the asking and the wanting? And I realized that manifesting was super important to a point. And I can see why I was drawn to go back and to do it, especially from the everyone is pushed out way of thinking, because it really enabled me to see how I was creating patterns and stories from belief systems that weren't serving me. Um, and it really, yeah, helped me with that. And it really helped me, um, I still feel it had its place on the journey. It really helped me feel like realize where I was looking for things outside of myself. Um, But then when I really was focusing, then I felt very, very drawn to presence and just being. And like I felt like in that process of doing a lot of manifesting, that even though I was seeing how I was creating my reality, and I think it's a really important thing actually to do on the awakening journey, because you really do see how you create your reality from your beliefs, the stories you tell yourself, the things you think, the feelings that you have. But then I realized I'd come really far out of alignment with kind of my true inner being. And that's the thing, is we're kind of existing here in as two different things. We're a soul and then we're an ego. And I realize that it's not that manifesting is inherently wrong, because everything we do is manifesting. Like, we're drawing to us things that resonate to our alignment. But when we're asking for specific things, then it's like, are we asking, like, when we say I am God, it's like, who is God? Who is I? And we have two I's. We have like I, as in I am a soul, and then we have this ego, personality, identity, um, simultaneously. So when you're realizing yourself as God, you have to understand what part of yourself you're realizing as God. And yeah, you can create from your ego and you can also create from your soul. But what you're creating from your soul will be ultimately fulfilling. All you really need to ask for is actually just to feel joy and to feel happiness, because you can manifest everything under the sun from your ego, personality, and it's not going to fulfill you. It's not going to be fulfilling. It's going to get you. And the confusing part is it does make you happy. It lifts you. It makes you feel like you're a winner. And you've got all these high emotions going on, but ultimately it will always end up unfulfilling. If you've manifested from your ego, it will ultimately always. And sometimes it takes a while to know what you've manifested from your ego, because you might really, really believe you love this person or they're your twin flame, and you're like, oh, it's okay because I'm manifesting my union. But if you're still seeing through the veils of your ego, you totally might have got that wrong, and then you're just still manifesting through your veils. So whilst I think that there's nothing wrong with having it as a step, the ultimate has to be to just keep on seeing through the veils of your ego and coming into alignment with your soul. Because yeah, you can create and you can have anything you want to have, but it's not all going to bring you your ultimate joy. And that ultimate joy is going to come from truly aligning with your soul. And to do that, it's about seeing through the ego and seeing what is the ego. And that's like a real process. But I feel my little detour into manifesting, it kind of did help me see what I was creating from my negative beliefs. But when it actually came to asking for things and wanting things, it would lead to temporary satisfaction and high, and then a deep unfulfillment. And it's very crafty. You might think you're manifesting stuff from a true heart, soul desire, but if you've got any ego veils in place, you're going to be asking from that. You're going to be looking at something that makes you feel some way. And yeah, because we're manifesting naturally all the time, if you can just come into your I amness, then everything that we experience will be, joy. Really, that's the only thing. Actually, it was funny because I found it wasn't actually mine. I found someone else's list of things they wanted in their life, in like an old sketchbook. And it was funny because I realized this person had gotten every single thing off that list, but they were deeply miserable and unhappy years down the line, or whenever this list was written. And I think that, is the case for all of us. If it's not, it doesn't matter. Like, you can have all the things. Look at celebrities. They have everything they've ever wanted, like money-wise, perfect relationship, but many of them are depressed and miserable. And this is because you're manifesting from your ego self, not from your true being, from your soul. And this is where it's not that it's wrong to manifest, but we have to keep working through. For me, it's just like a pointless exercise to manifest without working through the veils and looking at why we want things and seeing through our ego and coming into a state of beingness and I amness and getting in touch with our true, some people call it a higher self, inner being, whatever it is, it's your true self. And until we're like deeply in touch with that, we're just going to keep getting and manifesting, whether we ask for it or not, things that are in alignment with those ego veils. So, you know, I'm glad I dipped in and I tried it. And I still feel that it fits into the process in some way. But I really strongly see that it's about stripping, like working through your ego. And if manifesting helps you do that because you can see yourself more and it helps you really realize you're the creator of your reality and that you are completely in charge of your external environment, then that's great. And I think it's a great step in that way. But I think it's not going to be hugely helpful if it's not done in alignment with also seeing through your ego what you're manifesting, because you'll get temporary highs and then that same old unfulfilled feeling, so you'll just keep wanting to ask for more and more stuff. And if we can just get into our I amness, then you know the world will fill out to match that state anyway. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful to some people, and yeah, bye.